Hello, and welcome to the Empowerment Experience podcast, the show where entrepreneurs, visionaries, and changemakers come to stretch their mindset, elevate their voice, and activate their power. I'm your host, Broussard, and today's episode is one you don't want to miss. We're deep diving into a game-changing truth, the power of momentum, and more importantly, what it really takes to start. Today, we're diving into a transformative journey, starting even when it feels small, builds momentum towards your dream. We'll discuss the mindset you need, the consistency, and the discipline that fuels progress, and why doing everything with love creates magic in your life. Let's stretch ourselves, live at the edge of comfort, and step into the best version of ourselves. Now, if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like you've always preparing but never launching, this episode is your wake-up call. We're talking about mindset, consistency, discipline, and the real love for progress. Let's stretch ourselves today, and let's take that first step together. Now, in order for you to have that power of momentum, it's very important for you to get started. Getting started is the hardest step in any journey. Why? Because starting means committing. It means facing fears and doubts head on. But when you take that first step, even if it's imperfect, you create momentum. And momentum is powerful, guys. It doesn't matter if the step is small. What matters is that you're moving. Think about this. A car stuck in the mud needs just one push to begin rolling. And once it's rolling, it's much easier to keep moving. That's how life works. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence builds that success. Let me tell you a story about Tamika. She's a single mom from Atlanta who dreamed of launching a wellness brand. She had a journal full of ideals, but fear kept her frozen. Sounds familiar? She waited for the perfect time that never came. One day she just said, I'm just going to post something, just one thing. That first video was shaky. It was unedited, but guess what, guys? It was real. That single step ignited a wave of momentum that grew her brand into a six-figure following within a couple of years. Truth, starting is the scariest part because it means facing your fears. But once you do, the momentum will carry you. So here's your first action step, guys. If you're listening to this, write down one thing you've been waiting to start it and then do it imperfectly. Now, the second thing that helps you is that mindset that you have for momentum. To build momentum, you need the right mindset. Momentum doesn't start with a task. It starts how you think about yourself and your journey. And your mindset is the main thing that determines your actions, and your actions determine your outcomes. With the right mindset, no challenge is insurmountable. Now, to help you build momentum, you must stay consistent. And that consistency builds your discipline and confidence and energy needed to attract people, resources, and opportunities to you. So let's just go back to the stretch yourself principles. The stretch yourself principles are basic. It's compassion, speaking to yourself with kindness, gratitude, celebrating the smallest wins, and vision, visualizing your ideal day, then reverse engineering it. Now, compassion and connection starts with you loving yourself, looking in the mirror and reminding yourself that you are worthy, that you are enough. Now, this builds that foundation of self-belief. Now, the greatest thing that I always build on is the gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus on from what's missing to what's already here. Celebrate your progress and every small win. And then future dreaming, the visualizing your perfect day, your ideal day. When you can see it, you can manifest and you can create it into your reality. Remember, guys, your mindset determines your actions, and your actions determine your outcomes. With the right mindset, no challenge is unsurmountable. To help you build momentum, you must stay consistent. And that consistency builds your discipline and confidence and energy needed to attract people, resources, and opportunity to you. Guys, I remember I was mentoring a guy. His name is Darnell. He's a tech founder out of New Orleans. He kept sabotaging his launches until one day he started with one simple phrase, I am enough. Now, that mind shift gave him the freedom to fail forward. And that's when the momentum starts flowing. So here's your action step. This is the second one, guys. Start each morning this week and every week moving forward with the empowering affirmation. The one thing that I always say is that I am good enough. I I am worthy, I am abundant, and I am good enough. That's one of mine that I always say to myself. I am worthy, I am good enough, I am abundant. Now, the third thing that you have to have is consistency and discipline to keep that momentum moving, guys. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about consistency. Now, this is not the sexiest part of everything that it does, but it wins now. Consistency is where most people falter. Most people, we start strong, and I'm including myself in that, guys. But then it starts to fade away as the shininess of that ideal fades and the distractions and the doubts creep in, right? So to keep you moving, you must track your actions, guys. I'm a big stickler on this. I write things down. I don't know how anybody else does it. Write down your goals, the steps you've taken, and your progress. Then commit to doing that one step, something that propels you forward, no matter what, guys. You have to remember, consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up every day. Over time, those small daily actions, they compound into massive results. So let me give a shout out to Keisha. She's a coach I've been mentoring from Charlotte who's been struggling to get content, but she committed to showing up every day, whether it was content, whether it was outreach, whether it was network, whether it was reflection. So by week 3, some people started taking notice of what she was doing. By month 2, guess what? She started getting consistent clients. And then by month 3, guess what, guys? She was almost booked out. I tell you this story to tell you it's not about doing it all. It's about doing one thing, consistency. And what that consistency, you have to have that discipline. Discipline is that backbone of success. Discipline is that ability for you to do what needs to be done, even then when you don't feel like doing it, guys. It's like waking up early in the morning to work on your dreams, staying focused despite distractions, and choosing growth over comfort. Discipline isn't restricting, it's liberating. It frees you from regret, guys, and gives you to create a life of purpose and fulfillment, guys. Listen, what would you rather have? Would you rather pay for it in discipline and consistency, or pay for it in the end in regret? Discipline is choosing a long-term growth over short-term comfort. Waking up 30 minutes early, logging off Netflix, getting off those social media sites, TikTok, saying no to distractions. So my action step for you is to choose one habit to commit to daily for the next 7 days, guys. Just one. Just one. Now, if anybody's known anything about Stretch Yourself and what we do, at the heart of Stretch Yourself is doing everything with love and living at the edge. Why? Because love sustains you when excitement fades. Why should you do everything for love? Because love is the most powerful motivator, guys. When you approach your goals, your relationships, your challenges with love, you're not just working towards something. You got to understand, you're transforming yourself. And then living on the edge, guys. Living on the edge just simply means stepping just right outside of your comfort zone. It's about embracing discomfort as a sign of growth. Now, the Stretch Yourself philosophy, if anybody's been following us over the years, it reminds us that the magic happens when we stretch beyond what we think we can do. Growth isn't about staying where it's safe, guys. It's about leaning into challenges with faith and courage. Your edge is where the growth lives. It's uncomfortable, guys. Listen, it is. But that's where transforming and empowering things happen. When I launched this podcast, and this was a long time ago, guys, this is the relaunch. When I first launched my podcast, I had doubts, but I had that desire in my heart, and I did it out of the love for those who needed to hear this message. And that love is what's kept me consistent. That love is what's kept me getting up in the morning time, finding people that were able to resonate with my message and my energy that I want to give out into this world. So your action step for this one is identifying one area of your life where you're playing it safe, guys. What's the edge that you need to lean in? And now the relationship with yourself, once you do all of these things, as you build that momentum, guess what, guys? Your relationship with yourself becomes incredible now. As you build that momentum, your relationship with yourself transforms. Guess what? You become someone that trusts their own word. Oh my God. You believe in those abilities to create those changes, and you're one who celebrates your unique path. This relationship is the foundation for everything else in your life, guys. You understand? You attract what you reflect. Whatever you love, you bring out. So when you're at peace with yourself, guess what? Your confidence radiates and your relationships with others flourish. You trust your own voice, guys. You start believing in your decisions, and that's when people, opportunities, and things start manifesting, start responding to that energy that you're pushing out, guys. Your confidence becomes contagious, and that's when that momentum changes everything. Now, your action step for this is journal one way you've grown in the past month. And then guess what, guys? Honor your effort. Honor your effort, however you've done that. Now, guys, now this is your time for you to act, for you to be consistent with yourself. What I want you to do is I want you to commit to one small step today, no matter how small. And to make it even easier, guys, guess what? Subscribe to our community today, and you can receive the Discover You course completely free. Or you can take advantage of my complimentary discovery session. We'll go over your core value assessments and bring clarity to your purpose, direction, and goals. Guys, listen, the first step is in front of you. Take it. Stretch yourself. Embrace the journey and watch as your momentum builds a life you never thought possible. This is your moment to move. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more playing yourself small. You're not alone. Let's stretch together. Thank you for being a part of today's empowerment experience. You could have been on any social site or listening to anything, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. And if this message resonates with you, share it, leave a review, tag a friend who needs to hear this, and remember, guys, greatness isn't born in comfort. It's born in movement, it's born in commitment, and it's born in love. You already have everything inside you to succeed, and that's left to start. So stay focused, stay fearless, and as always, keep stretching. Thanks for listening.